Hello and welcome back to Mrs. G's Living. I am Mrs. G, and today's video I will provide tips to dress for success for Black women. The tips I provide may be applicable to non-Black women. However, these tips I've learned along the way as a Black woman are intended to benefit other Black women. Who am I? I am Mrs. G from Mrs. G's Living, and welcome back to my channel. My credentials include earning a master's degree. I have been in my professional career for approximately 15 years. I've been on numerous search committees for new hires or employees. I have friends who have been working in corporate America for years who I swap stories with. I'm a business and home owner. Most important, I am a blackity-black woman, not to be confused with anything else, and proud of it. Lastly, I am my sister's keeper. Disclaimer, I say all of this not to brag, but to provide my credentials. The Black woman experience is unique, and to paraphrase our experience, I like to quote Malcolm X. The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman. The most neglected person in America is the Black woman. Also, I remember watching a scene from Scandal, and Scandal's a show. I remember this scene with Papa or Eli Pope and his daughter Olivia Pope. And of course, I'm paraphrasing because I cannot include the clip for copyright reasons. Eli said to Olivia, "I sent you to these prestigious private schools and provided you with the best of everything, but I always reminded you of one thing. What was that one thing?" And Olivia responded, "I had to be 10 times better." As a Black woman, Olivia's response is indicative of a Black woman's life story. We always have to be the best of the best to challenge stereotypes. We do all of this just to receive the basics, and it is exhausting. Hence why I feel the need to make this video to level up the playing fields, to navigate through the BS you will surely encounter when you interview for jobs or seek out business loans, trying to become an entrepreneur or advance in your career, and the list goes on and on. I want you to be able to kick down doors and accomplish these goals even with the odds stacked against you. We derive from resilient people, so there is nothing we can't accomplish. So let's begin. How to dress for success. First impressions will play a pivotal role in accomplishing your goals because they, aka the people who have a seat at the table, will definitely size you up and evaluate you before you utter your first words. Tip 1. This may be common sense for some, but not common sense for all. Your hygiene is important. You can put a lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig. In other words, you can buy fancy clothes, but if you do not bathe, or like my Caribbean mother would say, "You bathe since morning," or take a shower, it doesn't matter how nicely you're dressed. Body odor can make or break you. So while you may be nervous to meet with a representative to further your business, or you're interviewing for your career, remember to always eat before any meeting. You do not want to suffer from bad breath. I always remember to keep breath mints in my purse and a travel size deodorant in my makeup bag. Also remember to not drown yourself in perfume. There's nothing worse than body odor and an excessive amount of perfume. So story time. When I was on a search committee, a young woman came to interview a candidate, and her body odor overpowered the room. I do understand that some cultures' hygienes may not be the norm. I also had a college friend who was allergic to deodorant and had to carry wipes in her bag to wipe her armpit whenever it was hot outside. With new candidates, we typically tell them the interview will last 35 minutes to an hour, give or take. Well, this woman interview lasted 15 minutes. As a Black woman, I empathize with new candidates because the interviewing and being sized up can be intimidating and challenging. So when, for example, we, the interviewer, asks a question such as, what are your long-term goals? And for example, if the candidate answers, my long-term goal is to become a doctor, and does not elaborate, I will make an effort to follow up by saying, so I'm looking at your resume and I see you did an internship at a hospital. How was your experience? So they can further elaborate. Well, in this interview with this candidate, I could not do no such thing because the body odor was overwhelming. I remember the candidate stating, I feel so bad because the interview only lasted 15 minutes. Keep in mind that if you are informed that an interview is going to last roughly around 35 minutes to an hour, you definitely want to make sure that the interview lasts within that time frame. So 35 minutes to 40 minutes is acceptable. Anything, less than that, like 15 minutes, you definitely want to be concerned about your interview. So I remember walking this woman to the door, and after several minutes, and we made sure that she was out of, she used the elevator to go downstairs, so she was out of, earshot, out of way. We had to spray out the room and leave the door open because we did not want the odor to linger in the office for the next candidate. So keep in mind that hygiene is extremely important. Tip number 2, we are moving from head to toe. This is a hot topic or trigger for some, but I would be doing a disservice if I didn't address this topic. Make sure your hair is in a conservative style. I've been natural for 11 years. I am well aware of the relationship Black women have with their hair and how they view our hair. It is hard to believe that people will judge us based on how our hair grows out of our head, but we've seen it happen. Here are some suggested hairstyles for first impression. You want your skills to be the center of attention and not them trying to figure out if the fro is yours or not. And these tips also apply to your nails and makeup. So more acceptable hairstyles are like if your hair is pulled back. As far as your nails and makeup, you always want to keep it neutral. So remember Mrs. G's philosophy, when in doubt, play it safe and keep it neutral and minimalistic. So tip number 3, your attire should include professional and conservative clothing. You cannot go wrong with a tailored suit, whether it's skirt or slacks in black, navy blue, and dark gray, sometimes pinstripes. You want to pair that with a white or light color button-down blouse or shirt. You want to make sure every item is cleaned and ironed. There are many affordable places where you can purchase suits or clothing. I'll possibly do a separate video on this. Here are some suggestions on appropriate shoes, such as flats, low heel pumps, and slingbacks. Lastly, make sure your accessories are minimal. Not dressing professional could be seen as not taking the opportunity seriously. Remember Mrs. G's philosophy, when in doubt, keep it neutral and minimalistic. Tip number 4, lastly, remember to walk in the room like you own it. Remember they are evaluating you before you utter your first word, so nonverbal cues such as your posture will be noted. Remember to hold your head up high and have your shoulders back. Maintain your composure. You work your butt off to get here. You are an asset. Don't let them see you sweat. Make sure your handshake is firm to let them know you mean business and are serious about this opportunity to further accomplish your goals. Finally, always maintain eye contact. Your eye contact can convey your confidence and enthusiasm. Just remember, the manner in which you carry yourself is a key indicator of how seriously you will be taken and considered. I hope this video was helpful. If so, please like, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. This is Mrs. G. Mrs. from Mrs. G's Living. We're out. Bye.